going to talk about how you should be leveraging your credit, why you should be leveraging your credit, and how, if you leverage your credit, you can build wealth. Guys, before I get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, smash that like button, smash that like button. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me move this out the way here. All right, so the first slide of the presentation is leverage credit. And the reason you want to be leveraging credit is because it's literally, it's an IOU, right? So you can have zero money in your bank account, have a great credit score, and you can create money out of thin air. You don't need to necessarily have money in the bank. You can use other people's money. You can use the bank's money, leverage that money to create income, right? To create wealth, because if you know how to do it properly, you can create enough income to service the debt, and then after you've serviced that debt, paid off, it's all profit, and you can continue to build and rinse and repeat from that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. So the next slide says credit. So what kinds of credit lines can you use? So you can use credit cards. That's either personal or business. You can use what's called BLOCs, business lines of credit, which are great. You can use loans, personal loans, and business. So personal loans and business. Now, the best part, or the ones, it's all the same, right? Personal and business, technically it's all the same, right? If you can use that credit to make money and service that debt, whatever investment you make, then it's all good, right? Whether you're using personal or business. I like to use business because I like to keep everything separate from personal and business. And all a credit card is, it's a line of credit. It's a revolving line of credit. What does that mean? So if I have a $50,000 credit card, I can use that infinitely over time, right? I can borrow 50, all the way up to 50, pay it, borrow again, pay it, borrow again, and it never ends. It's a never-ending cycle. Now, you can strategically target 0% interest credit cards so you don't pay any interest, but it really doesn't matter the interest you pay, as long as the debt that you invest in can service the debt. So like whatever investment you have, as long as that investment can service the debt and you create some cash flow, or you could break even until you start making profit, then that's all that really matters. And business lines of credit, it works like a credit card. It's a mix between a credit card and a loan. A business line of credit, or even a personal line of credit, the difference is it's straight cash in the bank, right? So if I have a $50,000 business line of credit, I get deposited that into my checking account. If you guys are interested in joining the waitlist for my mentorship, there is a link in the description. Go ahead and click that description, watch the video, and join the waitlist. 1 or 2 days from the approval. Now, another thing you want to keep in mind is you only pay interest on the money you borrow. So if you have a $50,000 credit card, $50,000 credit card or business line of credit, you only pay on the interest. You only pay interest on the money you borrow. So if you have $50,000 and you only use it $25,000 of that credit card or business line of credit, you're only paying $25,000 worth of interest on the money you borrow, not the whole amount, which is different in a personal loan or a business loan. The other benefit of business lines of credit over credit cards, they generally have a lot lower interest rates than a traditional credit card. If you're not using a 0% interest credit card, a credit card usually 18 to 24% interest if you don't pay the balance off in full. But a business line of credit, anywhere between 8 to 12%. It really varies, but anywhere between 8 to 12%, sometimes lower, sometimes higher, but generally in that range. So you get a lot lower interest rate than a credit card. And in a loan, it's an installment loan. It has a fixed term, a monthly payment for the life of the loan. So a personal loan, let's just say $50,000, 5 years to pay it. You have a $800 payment every single month. The downside is, the pro is you get the cash straight in the bank. That's the pro. The pro is no matter what happens, as long as you keep making that payment, you're going to pay that loan off based on the term. So if it's a 5-year, $50,000 loan, you pay $800 minimum. Whatever it is, you'll pay that off in 5 years, no matter what, if you keep making the minimum payment every single month. And a business loan works the same way. A business loan is a lot harder to get than like a credit card or a business line of credit. A business loan does require a lot more paperwork, a lot more years in business. It's just more complicated, but I'm just trying to give you a general idea of how it all works. All right, so here's some strategies. So what I did was, so I leveraged my credit to create income, to create cash flow. So here's a screenshot of my ecom business, $70,000 in 1 month. Now, again, I'm leveraging my credit to create income, right? And as long as the investment outweighs the debt service, it doesn't matter what the interest rate is. As long as the income from the investment outweighs the debt, you're good. So what I did, I invested in ecom. Ecom is great because it's great for cash flow, right? Great for points, great for high limits. And it's a great business because it can be done from anywhere. This particular business right here, I spend about 10 minutes a week. My VA manages this business for me. I'm not working on the business. I'm not working in the business. I'm working on the business. My VA send me invoices for suppliers. I approve the invoices and we're all set, ready to go. Multifamily, this is me. I did a post on Hollywood Unlocked when I purchased my multifamily property a couple years ago. What I did was I leveraged my credit again. I used a 0% interest business credit card. Took like 10 to 12,000 off that credit card. Used it as a down payment. That down payment paid for. I came out of pocket zero, right? Because it's 0% interest. 10 to 12,000. Use that as a down payment. The tenant in the other unit paid back. The tenant in the units paid back the debt service. That's what I mean. So I put 10 to 12,000 down. The tenant was paying. One unit was paying the mortgage. One unit was paying the debt. Once that debt was paid off, I was cash flowing. And since I purchased this property, it's grown, I believe, like 80,000 in equity, a little bit more than that. So this is another great strategy. So you can use ecom, you can use multifamily. Now the bigger play is for multifamily. This is only a 2-unit. You can do 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 unit, right? And the way you can do that is using a business line of credit, because typically a business line of credit has a higher approval and higher amounts. Like the approvals are a lot higher, usually 40 to 50,000, minimum 25. I mean, you can get high limit funding from business lines of credit, 40 to 50,000. That's one LLC. That's one bank. You go to several banks, you can easily rack up 250, 300,000 in liquid cash using business lines of credit. And you can use that as a down payment to purchase a big apartment complex, like a 24 unit, 16 unit, whatever the case is. As long as the numbers make sense, as long as the debt can be paid off by the income that you're generating from whatever investment you have, it doesn't matter. As long as, it doesn't matter the interest you're paying, as long as the income from your investment can cover the debt service, you're golden. Another thing that I did, I didn't want to put the actual name of the restaurant. I actually purchased a restaurant, pizza restaurant specifically. Again, all leveraging my credit. And the benefit of this is, number one, you get cash flow from day one. So I purchased it. I can purchase it day one, and then the next day I'm making cash flow. So again, as long as the cash flow from the investment is paying back the debt service, you are all good. So credit is the foundation, because if you have great credit, you can get access to unlimited business funding, personal and business. Think about it like this, guys. Guys, let me know in the comments if I'm dropping some gems. Welcome to my channel where we talk about leverage your credit to create cash flow. We talk about business. We talk about finance. Let me know in the comments if this is your first time here. So credit, basically, if you have great credit, you'll never be broke. Why? Think about it. If I'm broke, if I'm out in the street, if I'm homeless, for whatever reason, I get homeless, but I have great credit, I can go to the bank and get at least 50,000. Easy. I can get 50,000 easy if I have great credit. And then that 50,000, I can invest it into something that's going to produce me income, that's going to produce me cash flow. And then I can pay back that debt, or I can borrow at 0% interest, and then it's an interest-free loan. There's a lot of strategies that you can do that with. So basically, credit is the foundation. If you have great credit, you can leverage that to build wealth. You can leverage that to buy businesses. You can leverage that to get into real estate. You can leverage that to get into e-commerce. You can leverage that to get into Airbnb. You can leverage that. Guys, let me know in the comments what you would use your credit for in any type of business. Let me know what kind of business in the comments. Let me know in the comments so we can get this thing going. All right, so leverage. So we leverage credit to get access to funding. That's number one. So we leverage credit to get access to money. Then we use that money to buy cash flow and income. Let me say that again. We leverage credit to buy cash flow and income, to create cash flow and income. And then you rinse and repeat the process. You get more credit to buy more cash flow. You get more credit to buy more income. You get more credit to buy more cash flow. That's my time. My name's Toby Rosario. Peace.